So I just want to ask, how confident are you guys feeling once the season restarts? You'll keep charging towards the title.
I'd hate to say that I'm feeling very confident because you never know what happens from game to game. But I think we've all been doing a little bit extra. Now we're not training. So hopefully when we come back in, apart from us not kicking a football for a bit and our touch being a bit rusty, we might be back to where we were-ish.
If you guys, both of you, had to pick one moment of the season, one specific moment, what would be your favourite moment of the season so far? I think I have an idea what Demi's will be.
Yeah, I think ours are probably pretty
the same
pretty close. Yeah, I think the Notts County game. I think it's always nice, especially when the league games have been. And there's no disrespect to the teams we're playing because we've played some great opposition, but pretty straightforward so far. To get games where there is that kind of intense competition, and the Notts County game to come back and to win, was it 4-3 in normal time with a last minute winner for you, and then for me to score the winning penalty. I think it was a happy household that night, wasn't it? Definitely.
Who would you give your player of the season so far for the team?
Go on then.
I rate Sally, and I think everyone kind of rates Sally. But I remember that goal that she scored a couple of games ago. I think she can just do things out of nowhere. Like, she can do them, but like she picks her moments. So definitely Sally for me.
Yeah, she definitely deserves that. I think Heather's been fantastic as well. I mean, we've got so many quality players, and people like Churcher and Morel, and they'll always take the headlines and get all the plaudits. But I think, in particular, our new signings have been fantastic for us. But for me, I think as a centre half, it's so good to have someone like Heather in front of you that's, essentially a brick wall. She's not letting much through there, which more often than not makes our job easier than it probably should be sometimes.
Who would you say is the team comedian?
There's a few, because when everyone a subject will come up and then some people will make odd comments, and everyone has good little.
I think it's Nadina.
Oh my lord.
She always rocks up 10 minutes late, has always got a bit of give and take with Chris, always got something to say back. She's not always there because she works in the Navy, but you can guarantee that the atmosphere in the changing room is being cranked up when she is back. She's great to have around.
Worst dressed in the team?
Worst dressed? I know who you're going to say.
So there's this player, and they came to a game. Was it a game? And they were wearing some sort of dad shoe. I'm not quite sure what it was, but we proceeded to have about a 10-minute conversation about this person's shoes, whether they should change the laces to match or something. So it's Millie. I'm not saying that's with me because I think she's lovely. It's just this one pair of shoes that she wore, and then she decided that my shoes were bad.
I was going to say you were getting at each other's shoes that day. Mine is definitely Cal Ward, because his sock and boot combination sometimes is horrific. Ankle socks or those invisible socks with football boots is not okay.
Who is usually the changing room DJ who puts on the music?
You tried to be a bit inclusive, didn't you, and ask everyone to what they wanted on the playlist, but Millie takes over. She puts on a good cheesy hits boy band playlist that always gets us going.
I think
makes us sound really scary to the opposition.
I think Katie put on a throwback playlist, and I remember Carter asking what a song was.
Yeah, Carter's never heard of S Club 7 before last year, so we've got some educating to do with the younger ones.
Who was your favourite teams growing up?
I'm a United supporter, and Steph's a City supporter.
Oh man!
So
it can get tasty in our house sometimes, and neither of us like to lose, do we? But I grew up as a City fan. That's from my dad's fault, really. I'm not one of these recent glory supporters, but yeah, it can get quite tasty in our house on a derby day. I think we're fortunate that City usually come out on top these days, because there'd be hell on otherwise.
I mean, this is why I'm glad that United have a women's team now.
Yeah, they're actually doing all right.
They're actually performing, whereas the men's team, Lord knows.
Who were your favourite players growing up?
As a centre half, he captained City for so long. I should pick a women's player, really. That's bad, but yeah, Vincent Kompany for me was, everything that you'd want to be as a player, I think.
I have quite a few. No, so obviously.
You're going to say Paul Scholes.
Paul Scholes. I'm a centre mid, so you get your Paul Scholes, you get your Iniestas, you get your Xavis. I always used to like Rachel Yankee just because she was number 11. Now King Kev, obviously.
Kevin De Bruyne, favourite player, player.
You just see things that aren't there. Like, you'll pass a ball when you're watching a game and you'll think, wait, I'm literally watching the whole screen, and he's there amongst all these players, and he's seen something, and you think, how has he even done that? Pep. Oh no, it's not Pep. It's not Pep. It is him.
Do you think you have a chance to go unbeaten?
Yeah.
I was going to say we were managing it last year.
Yeah, definitely in the league. I think we'll see what cup competitions end up getting played based on the decisions that the league and the county FA make. The cup competitions are always going to be difficult as you come up against higher league opposition, but I certainly think we shouldn't be aiming for anything less in the league. There's some difficult teams in there. We'll be watching the results of Chesterfield and Grimsby Town and other tricky teams in there, Grimsby Borough and so on. But I think we'll be going into every league game expecting to come out with 3 points. I think it's fair to say that.
Yeah, sorry, yeah. I just don't like losing. So I feel like, yeah, we've got a good chance of not losing, because I think everyone, if you meet someone that likes to lose,
we were 10 from 10 last year and we're much stronger than we were. So, yeah, I'd hope so.